Good evening and welcome to the Expect to Win experience. Welcome to the Expect to Win experience talk show. I am Coach Thomas, and I'm wearing the vintage Coach and Candy Expect to Win long sleeve shirt. Let me see if I can fix that. Anyway, welcome to our show tonight. We are the only talk show where student athletes are the stars. And we have an exciting, an interesting young lady tonight that we're going to introduce you to. And we will be back right after our first commercial break of the evening. This is the Expect to Win experience. All right, the Expect to Win experience talk show, the world's only talk show where student athletes are the stars. And we want to invite you to subscribe to the Expect to Win TV network, Expect to Win TV. And you can do so by going to YouTube, Expect to Win TV. Make sure you subscribe. We have over 50 shows on Expect to Win TV, and we'd love for you to be one of our subscribers. And also, if you like some Expect to Win gear, right down there below, right there, scrolling across the screen. ExpectToWinAA.com is where you can go to pick up exclusive Expect to Win gear, just like this vintage Coach and Candy Expect to Win long sleeve. And I'm wearing it because I'm indoors with air conditioning because it is hot here in Los Angeles. And so wherever you're watching, I pray that you're being cool and enjoying the show. We're going to go ahead and get right to our guest tonight. And if you would like to be a guest on the Expect to Win Experience talk show, the only requirement is that you are a student athlete or coach. And we would love to have you. We have some exciting things coming up. And you can reach out to Miss Celine, who is our scheduler, and she will hook you up and get you scheduled to be on the show. And we'll give out you can email her at expect to win ETW athletic apparel at yahoo.com. And we'll make sure that we'll get you scheduled for the show. But right now, we're going to introduce the world to our guest tonight, our first guest in the second day of September. And she is an incredible softball player, and there's a lot more to her than just softball, and I'll let her tell you about it. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome our softball player, and Miss Bernice Martinez. Hey, Bernice, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know if I'm frozen or not.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Okay, okay.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing very well. Doing very well. Welcome to the Expect to Win experience. I am so honored to have you here. So, why don't you take a moment, Bernice, and introduce yourself? Oh, you just disappeared on me. There's connection issues. Well, we're going to keep going until Bernice comes back. Uh, this is what happens when you have live TV. There she is.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to our audience?
Hi, I'm Bernice Martinez. I've been playing softball from the age of like 7 or 8 till now. Currently, I'm still playing softball for my local college. I play at Los Angeles Valley College. I started coaching, I want to say around the summer going into my junior year of high school, and I just stuck with it. I started coaching softball and then slowly started getting into other sports, but primarily softball is the sport that I decide to coach.
All right, all right. So you've been playing. You of course you started off as a player. What is it that you love about softball? What got you interested in softball?
My family are a bunch of fans of baseball, softball, you name it. Big Dodger fans in this family. So when I saw my cousins playing softball, I thought I want to try it. I want to see if I like it. So I tried softball at my local rec center. Um, Tried out a team. Ended up falling in love with the sport. I love the just the relation that you have with your teammates. I've made so many good friends that I still talk to today. Uh, Actually, my first season here, I was maybe 8. I was like 8 or 9, playing softball. Met a bunch of amazing girls. Lost contact for a few years while we went to middle school and high school. It turns out I'm playing with them in college. So
Wow.
we reunited after so many years.
Well, because this is, and we talked about this off the air, that you look like you're 15 years old.
Yeah, yeah. I, do. Like I said, I had coaches come up to me that I coached girls from like 15, 16, trying to get me to play with them, and I tell them I'm a little bit over the age that you're looking.
What position do you play, Bernice?
I'm a pitcher and an outfielder.
Wow. Okay. See, because that's what I coached girls softball, and this was a long time ago. But I remember this was so. This is a funny story. We were playing. Actually, we were playing against Carson High School, and the young lady that was the pitcher, she didn't look like a pitcher at all. She looked more like let me say she was not a little girl. Okay. And
Yeah.
so I tell my team, okay, look, you guys don't have to be afraid because it's no way she can get the ball past you. That girl got on the mound. When I tell you that ball looked like a blur when she threw it, she threw it so fast. And, and my first batter that went up, she was shaking. She was so scared because
And
she was so scared because she said, Coach, she's so big and look how fast she's throwing that ball. So I learned not to judge by appearances. And especially with the pitch, Do you know how fast your fastest pitch was?
Mine.
Yes,
Mm,
or
I
is?
I would say mine is around 50, like 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 in the 50s. I'm more of an outfielder during off season. I do
Oh,
it for the conditioning, so that way when I do get into pitching, I'm not um, gassed out by like the third inning. So
wow.
I try
Okay.
to conditioning up.
So you actually coach college students?
No, I do. I coach at my rec center, at a local rec
Oh,
center.
okay. Got you.
Yeah, so I teach girls from the ages of 7 to 15.
Okay, okay. Which age group do you like the best? The younger girls or the older girls?
I honestly just like coaching with my younger girls. With my younger girls, I do focus more on mechanics, making sure that they have all their fundamentals ready. With my major girls, which are kind of in the middle, I start teaching them more like plays and everything, like what to do in situations. They start stealing a little bit more. And with my older girls, I focus more on making like those double plays, stealing, like consistently stealing. It's just different things I work on with different age groups.
See, when I was coaching, what I love to do, I love to manufacture runs. I love doing crazy stuff. I would be like the first batter. Okay, if you get a walk, keep running, keep going to second base. You
Oh no,
know.
yeah, totally. I remember when I was playing, I was always the smallest one on my team, but I was always one of the fastest uh, runners. So my coach, I would get hit or I would get walked, and my coach would tell me, she would tell me, you can, it hurts. I know it does. She's like, but you're still in the game, so you got to walk it off. And I would be walking to first, holding my leg or wherever I got hit, and I just hear my coach tell me, run to two, take it. So in some way, I've had a few coaches that have built me to the player that I am today.
Do you find a difference in having a male coach over a female coach, or have you had all male coaches or all female coaches?
I've had a few male coaches and a few female coaches.
Mhm.
I've had more male coaches than female. I feel just there's with my female coaches, they've both played softball, so there's more of an understanding of like um, of the sport and stuff. But with my male coaches, they were just as good. I remember one of my coaches. He told me. I remember I was so tired from practice. We were running all practice, and he told me. He said, "Well, I'm just getting you prepared for all the bases you're going to be stealing for season." And he was right. I was stealing so many bases, and if it wasn't for all that running that I did, I don't think I would have been able to make it halfway to second base or third.
What is? Can you have a memory of a play that you had or that you participated in? Maybe you got the winning hit, made the winning out, or even as a coach, have you had like that one experience that you even now when you think about it, you be like, wow, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah, I actually do. This was actually pretty recent. I had my junior girls. Their ages 13 to 15. I remember one of my girls never touched a softball, never held a bat. Was very new to the game. I worked with her on her fielding, on her batting, all the mechanics. And on the last game, we were going up against a team that we had already gone up against. We lost by one to that team, so she was super nervous to go up to bat. And I talked to her before she went up. I told her, I don't need a grand slam. I don't need you to hit a home run derby. I just need you to get on base. I just need a base hit, and we'll take it one step at a time. So she goes up to bat. We had a runner on second. Had a run on second. She went up to bat. The first pitch, I told her, because the pitcher had a pretty good speed on her. She had pretty
Okay.
good speed. So I told her, she's providing all the speed for you. I just need you to hold that bat there. I need you to take a good swing and just hold that bat there. That's all I need. She did exactly that, and the ball went flying.
Wow.
It took a hop right behind the shortstop, and it went past the outfield. It went past the outfield, and she made it all the way to third, and she scored the winning run.
Wow. Well,
And
that is awesome.
the
See
joy that
what
I saw on her face when she hit that ball, and for a cool second, she just looked at the ball fly, and I was like, "Run!" I was like, and then she was like, "Wait, yeah, I gotta run." And she started running, and she kept running. She made it
wow.
a second, and she scored that winning run.
I don't think most people know the joy that you get from coaching when that's something you really want to do. Would you agree?
Yeah, I totally agree. I have a few girls that I've coached since the age of 8, since they were barely able to get into the sports here at the park, and now they're 13, 14, 15, going on to high school, trying out for their high school team.
I personally, because I coach boys and girls, I like coaching girls better because girls listen better. they will the girls will do anything you ask them to do. The boys act like, they already on the Dodgers. You know,
Yeah.
but the girls will do anything you ask them to do. That's awesome. And I know you were so proud of that young lady, and I could imagine the look on her face when she came back to the dugout. uh, I'm pretty sure she probably hugged you, and or you hugged her. And
I know when she came into the dugout, the umpire had called game already. We won that team by one run, and the umpire called game. I I like to build a bond with my kids. So I like to have a bond with my kids. So when they come back, um, I watch them grow up and everything. So I have that relationship with them. Uh,
Mhm.
when she hit that run, I just remember all her teammates just on the fence yelling her name, telling her that good job. So when the umpire called our name, the whole dugout just cleared out and they ran to her.
Wow, that's awesome. Tell me this, Bernice, because I mean, you coach girls softball, I coach girls softball. Of course, I'm an old dude, but I just how do you handle, or how did you handle any players that started crying? Because that was a big difference between the boys and the girls. Boys never cry, but I had girls that would cry. Did you ever have any that would cry, and how did you handle it?
Yeah, I've had a few girls that have cried to me. A lot of them have cried out of frustration. Because they can't get something, or they have something going on in their personal life, and I tell them, I obviously pull them aside, and I tell them that it's okay to feel your emotions, that it's okay to cry it out. We all need to at some point.
Hmm.
I tell them that if they ever need to talk to someone, that I'm here. They could pull me aside, and we can talk if they need a vent for a little bit. Um, and I tell them that if that softball can be their outlet, that
Yes.
it's helped me a lot tremendously, being a college student, working, and then um, just having a lot on my plate. I go to softball to be my outlet and to be my safe space. So I
Right.
tell the girls that it doesn't necessarily even have to be softball. They can do painting. They can go on a hike. They just have to do something to clear their mind and
Yeah.
to have a safe space.
Bernice, you're making so many memories come back to my mind from when I was coaching. And I remember I had a young lady on my team, and she was in the ninth grade, but she looked like a grown woman. Like I said, you look 15, she looked 21, and she was in the ninth grade. and she was a very good softball player. But her problem was she didn't know how to close her mouth. She talked. She always had something to say. So we had a game, and I told her to take a pitch. She didn't take it. She swung at it and she struck out. So when she came back to the bench, and I'm pretty sure you don't do things like this, I slammed the bat on the bench and I said, "Your problem is you don't know how to listen. I'm telling you what to do and you're not listening to me." Then the waterworks started. She started crying. "Well, I'm only in the ninth grade, coach." And I'm like, "Come on." And then, have you ever seen the movie A League of Their Own,
I
Bernice?
I love that movie. Please,
And
I
do you
love
remember,
that movie.
remember when Tom Hanks said, "There's no crying in baseball"? That's what I said to her. There's no crying in softball. Why are you crying? But so many memories coming back to me about my days coaching. Have you ever had a play that you just surprised yourself
A play that I made.
that you made? Yes.
Ye- Yeah, I did. I remember I was gonna my coach told me to steal second. So I was getting ready in my position to just take off and um and just take the base. I take the base and the catcher throws the ball. She overthrew the ball, but the second baseman was behind shortstop. So if I would have slid, I would have been out. So what I did is I touched the bag and I ran to third. I took third when my coach told me not to take third. So I took third, not knowing if I was going to be safe or not. But I was super determined to be safe. I was going to be safe because I was not going to get in trouble by my coach for taking third. So I'm running, and the practice before that, we had practice our sliding, and I was practicing my backdoor slide, where you slide on the side of the base, you turn
Mhm.
around, and you touch the back of the base. So when the
Right.
player is trying to tag you, she's tagging the front, but you're in the back.
Right.
So
Right.
I told myself, I was like, you gotta do that slide. You've only practiced it once, but you gotta do it. So I'm
Wow.
like already mentally preparing myself to slide on the side and to turn my body to tag the back. I did it and I was safe. I was safe, and my coach, when I get up, I'm all dirty and dusty and
Yeah.
everything. I get up and my coach looks at me. He's like, "Good call." He's like,
Wow.
that was great instincts from you, because if you would have slid, you would have been out. So he's like, "Good job, B." And and from that on, the backdoor slide was my signature slide. So
Wow.
I started doing that slide almost every game to avoid getting tagged.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, you are being introduced to an incredible and awesome softball coach and player, Bernice Martinez. We're going to take our second commercial break of the evening, and we'll be right back with Bernice. I am enjoying this conversation with this incredible coach. But Gil, we'll be back in 1 minute. All right, you fight like a girl, and we have an awesome young lady with us tonight, and she is a softball player and softball coach. And we're going to bring her back right now, I believe. But this is, if also you can leave us a comment, I believe at Expect to Win TV, or here we go. There she is. or on Facebook on Expect to Win Experience Facebook page. But we have one comment, or actually two comments uh, for you, Bernice. One says that you were talking about the coaches, sound like you were talking about Coach Chris. So I guess that means something to you. That's from Celine. Miss Celine. She says that sounds like Coach Chris. And then you have another comment that says, "Smart young lady, great interview."
Yeah. So Coach Chris, he was my coach in high school. He helped me a lot. Honestly, I remember as a pitcher, you have to expect the unexpected. So I remember one time we were doing batting practice, and my coach, I was getting ready to bat, so I had my helmet, I had my bat, and I finished my batting. I was gonna go back to get some water, and he tells me, "B, once you get water, go on the mound." We were pitching off. We were hitting off of the pitching machine. So he tells me, "B, go get your glove and go on the mound. You're gonna get some reps in, but the girls are gonna hit off of you." And I was like, "What?" I was not prepared to pitch right now. So he gave me a few minutes to warm up, and I went on the mound and I started pitching. I remember one of our girls hit me a line drive back to me, and that was my first line drive that I've gotten for high school. I got a
Okay.
few line drives, but they were like to like my shins. They were above my head, so I can grab those. But this line drive was like straight to me, and at that point, that's when I realized I had really good reflexes because I caught the ball and it didn't hit me.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
but Coach Chris, he really he really put that like that I want to win and I want it like that drive to play.
Wow. Well, okay. I like that you said that. So tell me, Bernice, what does expect to win mean to you?
Um, it means to expect like to be positive. Like I know a lot of especially in softball, um, you go into a game and you see girls that sometimes are like 2 3 feet taller than you, or they have a lot of more girls on the benches than you do, so they have backup players. All of that can be a little intimidating to some players that are new or are still developing their skills. But expect to win for me means to expect that you can exceed and that you can uh, you know succeed in whatever it is that you decide to do.
All right. All right. I like that. I like that. How many siblings do you have, Bernice?
I have two older siblings.
Okay. They're sisters, brothers.
I have an older brother and an older sister.
Okay. Are they softball players? Are they athletes at all?
um yes and no. My brother was a football player in high school,
Okay.
and my sister played one season of softball.
Okay. Well, who's the better softball player, you or your sister?
Me.
Without a doubt.
Me. I even think she would agree to that.
Oh, okay. Okay. What about your parents? Are they athletic?
Um, yeah, my mom played tennis when she was younger,
Okay.
and my dad doesn't like playing sports. He likes watching sports.
Oh, okay. Okay. And you say your whole family is are Dodger fans.
Yeah, we're all Dodger fans.
Wow. Have you gone to any games this year?
Yeah, I believe the last game I went to was for the
Okay.
Latino Heritage game.
Okay. Who's your favorite player?
My favorite player is no longer on the Dodgers.
Who is it? Who is it?
My favorite player was Kike, but they
Oh,
traded
okay.
him for the Red Sox.
How did you feel when that happened?
I was not the same after that. I was not.
Wow. Kiki Hernandez.
Yeah, me and one of my coaches from here from rec ball, we've gotten super close. That was her favorite player too. So when I found out that they traded him, I texted her, and she's like, "I know. Instagram broke the news to me already."
Wow. Wow. That's awesome, Bernice. I see you have a passion for what you do. And I think that you are really being a major influence to the young ladies that you're coaching. But and I'm pretty sure you probably say it all the time, but what would you tell a young lady that's watching and said, I really like her and I want to be like her? What would you say to that young lady?
Honestly, I've heard it in my life a lot, that you know sometimes like you can't do something, or that's not going to get you anywhere. And the way that I think is that if you really feel passionate about something and you really like or love to do something, there's always going to be some way where you can succeed at it.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
like for example me, I super passionate about softball, from the age of 8 when I started. Uh, so to me, coaching was without a doubt the next step in my journey in softball.
Yeah.
So I started wanting to coach. Um, I you have to find people to like lean on, like a mentor. I have two
Yeah.
amazing mentors that I'm so lucky to have in my life and to have met. One of my coaches from my high school, my senior year, helped me tremendously. She held me on the field, in school. She helped me with a lot of things that were stressing me out in school. So she helped me a lot there. And then one of my other coaches at the rec center, she had me when I was younger, watch me grow up like I am today with some of my girls.
Wow.
Watched me grow up. She helped me again with softball. She guided me on how to like uh, hold myself up in a game. Uh, they both helped me a lot in life, and I'm just super lucky to have met them. So mentors and people you can lean on is obviously a very important thing to have. And the other thing is just to do it.
Yeah.
You won't know the outcome or the path that it's going to take you until you actually go for it and you actually do it.
Wow. That's some awesome advice, Bernice. And then let me say this, Bernice. I have interviewed a lot of young people on this show. You're the first one that look so young, yet you have so much wisdom and knowledge. It is just so. I mean, you're just incredible. I can see
Thank
why
you.
your coaching. You went into coaching because you really are going to be a blessing to many young ladies, and I hope to one day come and see you coach.
For sure.
Oh,
I'm always coaching. If I'm not coaching softball, I'm coaching I do volleyball too.
wow. Okay. I'm going to surprise you one day and I'm going to pop up at one of your games.
All right.
All right. So we're going to end right here, Bernice. Thank you so much. You just had another comment. Let me read it. It said, this young lady is an awesome mentor who speaks from the heart, teaches from her soul, and will be a here for years to come. Thank you, B, for lifting up our young sisters. That is an awesome comment that you just received from one of our viewers. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna be coaching for a very long time, if not for the rest of my life, until I can't. It's something I'm very passionate about. Actually going to school for it. I'm trying to become a coach.
no, you already a coach. You just got to get the paper to go with it. But you already a coach, Bernice. You are incredible. I'm honored to meet you. You're going to be receiving a expect to win hoodie. I know it's too hot to wear it now, but
Yeah. I was at practice the other day, and I told my coach, I was like, Coach, it's it's 100-degree weather. We're outside. I was like, I think today's a perfect day to learn how to slide on a slip and slide. My coach did not like that idea. We went to the weight room and we worked out.
okay. All right. Well, Bernice, it has been a joy meeting you. I look forward to coming out and watching you coach. And thank you so much for being here. Tell your parents they're doing an awesome job, and they have done an awesome job with you. You are an incredible young lady,
Thank you.
and my prayer is that you go far in your career. And I'm going to tell you, like I tell all of the young people, when you start making big money, don't forget about Coach Thomas.
I won't.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Bernice Martinez, our student athlete of the day, today, September 2nd. Bless you, Bernice, and I
Thank
look
you.
forward to seeing you. Wow, incredible young lady. I have one of the greatest jobs in hosting this show because I get to meet some of the best young people in the world. And that's literal because we had a young man from Australia, we had a young man from Africa, we had young people from all over America. So thank you guys for watching and being a part of the Expect to Win experience. And like I subscribe to Expect to Win TV. And if you like any gear, there it is right there. Expect to Win AA.com. So I am Coach Thomas. Thank you for being with us. We will see you next week on the Expect to Win experience. God bless.